What's up, y'all? We back. It's been a while since we did Top of the Blogs, but you know what? We coming back better than ever. Actually, it's the same old shit, you guys. But this is just a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blogs, so let's get to it. Alright, you guys, first story up. So everybody asked me to talk about this marriage, the supposed marriage of Faith Renee Evans and Stephen Aaron Jordan. Yesterday we found out that while they were on a visit to Las Vegas, that not only did they secure a marriage license, but they also went ahead and tied the knot. Yes, that's right. Stevie J has made an honest woman out of Faith Evans. Okay, and Faith Evans been married a few times, so I guess she real honest now. Y'all, I don't know what to say about this relationship. So fucking strange and crazy. Like, I honestly never believed their relationship from the beginning. You guys know that they was trying to say that they were a couple when he had his Leave It to Stevie show. And I just really looked at it more of like Faith Evans just trying to step in and kind of help him out and, you know, bring a new dynamic to the show because Jocelyn had left. And so she was just kind of playing like a love interest. But I never realized that there must have really been something there. Like, I was just like, Faith? It's not that we would really know anything personally about Faith. I mean, I actually have heard some things about Faith and you know, but when you just look at the persona of a person, you would think that they would have more sense to really truly get involved with a Stevie J, because it's not like Stevie J has the best track record. So when he had his show and they were dating, she wasn't there for the bullshit and she dropped his ass like a hot rock when, you know, Stevie J was trying to, you know, play some bullshit. So I thought that shit was over. We ain't heard nothing about Faith Evans and Stevie J dating no more since then. I mean, we just recently saw him taking pictures with Jocelyn, and you know, it's just like, so this shit comes so far out of left field. It's just random, right? I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm hoping that this shit wasn't drug induced. Okay, because you know, you be in Vegas. I was just there, you know. It's the city that never sleeps. It's lights, it's camera. That's not lights and camera in action. That's New York. But, you know, it's a whole lot going on, and you can very much get, you know, you can get drunk by the fun of Vegas, and you know, it's known for quickie marriages and all of that. So they could have just been swept up in the moment and went on and decided to get married. But to me, it's just like, well, I just really hope they ain't on that shit. Okay, two addicts can be together, and it could be a good thing, it could be a blessing or a curse. Okay, depending on how you guys hold each other accountable. So I don't really know what to think of this, but they are saying that yes, these two are officially married and that it happened in Vegas recently. Now, you know, of course, everybody wanted to know how Jocelyn felt about the whole thing, and Jocelyn tried to act like she wasn't pressed. Okay, she did post a text message of Stevie J. I don't know when this might have been, but supposedly he had asked her to marry him through text message. And then the very next text that he sends her says, "You stupid little bitch." It's like, what? Okay, so you know, I ain't got time for these fucking toxic ass relationships and niggas that be with women and women that be with niggas that, you know, ain't good for each other, don't need to be with each other. Stevie J and Jocelyn, I've always kind of felt like those two were going to end up back together, and I still probably feel like that, even though I don't think that they need to, but it's just something about the two of them that draws them to each other. But Jocelyn is acting like she's not pressed anyway. She just wants her child support. I mean, they haven't been together in a long time, so maybe she isn't, but a part of me feels like, you know, she already had a problem with Faith Evans in the past. Remember when he supposedly was having some little affair with Faith Evans, that she went over to his house and poured all this bleach all over his bad boy paraphernalia, all his bad boy jackets and a bunch of his records, his platinum albums, you know, that he got. So there is some, Faith is not her favorite person. But yeah, so I don't know what to make of it, you guys. That shit is so crazy to me. You know, I never saw it coming, but it's not like we really know what goes on in Faith or Stevie J's life. So I mean, I guess that's all I got for y'all is I guess. Well, you guys, so it seems the world's biggest Joneser, the one who gets on Twitter with her Twitter fingers and talks about and shades and rides and teases and just tears down whoever might be in her crosshairs at the time. Azealia Banks went on Wild and Out and had the nerve to get offended. Actually got her feelings hurt by what was said about her on said show. Now, let me just say this. I usually feel bad for people when they get ganged up on, even sometimes when they deserve it. I'll have a certain feeling in my heart like, wow, that's, it's just uncomfortable for me to watch shit like that. That's why a lot of times I don't even watch Wild and Out, because, some of the shit I'll be like, ooh, you just say that and keep on pushing. But that's the premise of the show. You get on there and you talk. It's like a full hour or 30 minutes, however long the show is, of roasting people. So you got Azealia Banks, who does this almost for a fucking living, it seems like, on Twitter. She gets on the show and she is upset. Said that they called her ugly a bunch of times, said a whole bunch of colorist jokes, and why you had real, I think she called them horses or something, some light-skinned chicks that laughed on, and they said so many horrible things about her as far as Azealia Banks was concerned that she cried. She just felt like it was so stacked up against her. Just the whole experience was terrible. And she said that she didn't feel like she could say the mean things to them, like what they had said to her that was so mean. She was like, what if I would have said that Nick Cannon was sickly with lupus and that he would be dead within a year and he had to wear a colostomy bag, and if I would have said that, then I would have been the bad guy, Chun-Li. So she was upset about her experience on Wild and Out. One of the cast members on the show came out. What's his name? Emmanuel Hudson or something. He came out on Twitter and said, look, there was 2 jokes made about Azealia Banks. One was a Cardi B reference, and they called her ugly one time. That was basically it. She got so upset and in her feelings that she went off the stage. He said the producers could tell that she was not really feeling it. She wasn't in a laughing, joking kind of mood. Wasn't quite ready to play the dozens like that. So the producers kind of called everybody off of her. Okay, leave her alone because this ain't really working. Then she went on and performed her song. I think he called it a Forever 21 shopping song. And I was like, I know exactly what kind of song that is. Forever 21, that shit have you so goddamn stressed out. And I said, man, y'all gotta turn this shit down or what? I can't even talk to my friend across the way. I'm screaming through the rounders and everything. Turn that shit down. He said, and that was pretty much it. We was trying to make her feel comfortable, or just, just trying to make the best of a real awkward moment. So the cast members was acting like they was backup dancers. But from all accounts, the day did not go as well as everybody would have hoped. I mean, I say all of that to say is I don't feel sorry for Azealia Banks. I don't think anybody really can feel sorry for Azealia Banks, because you do this to people all the time. Even if you feel like the shit that you say is factual, and a lot of times people will agree with you, but just the fact that you are so mean and determined to go against certain people, I don't feel sorry for her. Why you didn't pull out all of those damn quick-witted remarks that you have on Twitter? Why didn't you do it on the show? Okay, shut their asses down. They've had people on there who are really good at doing that, and you could have kind of held a little trophy for that. But, for her to get in her feelings, that just lets you know right there is somebody who can dish it but can't take it. Now, she went back and she was on her Twitter and she was talking about everybody terribly. And I was just like, so why couldn't you say that when you was there? So, yeah, it does not make you feel inclined to feel sorry for somebody like Azealia Banks. All right, but I feel like Azealia really, she has such serious issues. Mental health, we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, she has a lot. She has a lot, and I don't know. I don't even really like to keep talking about it, because what else is there to say? It's the same thing all the time. But this situation really lets you know that there is a whole bunch of shit with Azealia Banks. I wonder if they are going to air the episode. I would be interested to see it, just to really see if she was telling the truth or Emmanuel was telling the truth, or if there was some sort of version of the truth in between both of their stories. So, I mean, I guess we'll see. Something tells me they're not going to film it, but I do want to see it. Maybe it'll show up on YouTube eventually. But yeah, I can't feel sorry for Azealia. If you can't take the heat, then get out the kitchen. So I don't really know what it is with the new generation of today, but you guys seem to be so determined to keep it 100 and to be so transparent that you just basically tell all of your damn business. I mean, you don't keep nothing even for Jesus. You know, this media circuit tour that Teyana Taylor is going on, you know, she's promoting her album. Okay, the album that was bumbled in the release. I feel so bad for her the way that album was handled, considering her first album was so good. The second album, to me, is no comparison to the first album. Totally different sound, which would have been fine, but 22, 23 minutes, like, no. Anyway, I'm getting off track. She's promoting this album, and that's fine. You can promote the songs on there, and that's fine. She has a song on there about a threesome, and that's fine. I'm all here for artistic expression. Sing about your shit in your songs, okay? Leave it still to our imagination. But when you get in interviews and you get to telling everybody about these threesomes that you and your husband have, and your husband is a celebrity like yourself, and you guys are in the spotlight, and you know how women come after these men, okay? Why do you have to tell us that? Why do you have to tell us about your threesomes? You know, Rocky is liberal, and fuck. All kind of shit goes down in the bedroom. I don't care. If you with your husband and your husband like it or your wife like it, everybody on the same page, and you want to bring another bitch up into the mix, fine. It's absolutely no problem. I don't have a problem if that's what you choose to do. I'm just trying to figure out why we all need to know it. What exactly does it benefit us to know that you guys have threesomes? Other than you just wanting people to know. I just can't understand why you got to tell us all of that, you know? People want to know so much about everybody's life. And then the thing that happens is you tell everybody about your shit. And then, you know, by any chance, I'm not wishing bad on Teyana and Imani. What's his name? Imani, like Scrappy's daughter. Whatever his name, Schumpert is. I'm not trying to say that I hope that their relationship don't make it, but the minute that it don't, some shit happens and they end up breaking up, then everybody gonna throw it back on you. Well, you was out there fucking and having threesomes and all of this. You know, why are you giving people this kind of ammunition to know about your sex life, your bedroom? Okay, that's the same stigma that Tiny will never outlive. A lot of people always say that, even though this ain't the case, but people do say that T.I. cheats because Tiny has always let him cheat. They used to always have threesomes. That was always a big rumor that those two have threesomes and be having all these girls. And now she wants to kind of pull the plug on it, and he don't want it to stop. I don't know why y'all got to be telling all y'all fucking business. Just like that interview with Faith Evans. They was talking about, she was having some interview with some podcast, I think, and, you know, talking about eating Biggie's ass. And all y'all wanted me to talk about, I said, why do you guys want me to talk about Faith Evans eating Biggie's ass? Why? Why do you want me to talk about that? Again, shit goes down in the bedroom. All kind of shit happens. If that's your man and you want to eat his ass, fine. You can best believe that it was plenty other women eating Biggie's ass. And you know, I don't give a fuck what Biggie look like. It's the money. The money make a motherfucker look pristine, just as beautiful as can be. So, you know, I just was like, oh, Lord have mercy. Why we got to go through all of this? What do you guys think about it? Is that just the old lady in me? Because you guys know that I will laugh about sex and we'll talk about sex, and I don't want to be like this prude or nothing. But I'm just like, girl, we don't need to know all of that, do we? Is it me, y'all? Have I gotten to that point in my life where I just, you know... This is where these are the times when I realize that I am a whole lot older than the people that I follow on Instagram and social media. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but yeah, you can keep that shit to yourself. All right, you guys. So back in 2001, okay, Leonard Larry McKelvey, better known as Charlamagne Tha God to you and me. He actually was accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl by the name of Jessica Reed in some naval long-term recreation center in South Carolina. Jessica said that she and a friend had got picked up and they were taken to this rec center, and they were given some drink that tastes like soda. Next thing the friend knows is that she wakes up and there's some man on top of her and he's trying to kiss her. She wrestles him off of her, and then she goes to find her friend Jessica, who's naked and corner crying and saying that she had been raped. They go to I guess the police is called. They go to the hospital. The hospital does a rape kit, and they say that there was evidence of a sexual assault. Charlamagne was at this rec center along with other people, and the police did arrest him. He was arrested for criminal sexual conduct with a minor in the 2nd degree. And I guess the police were going to go on with pressing charges and everything, but then Reed's mother did not want to cooperate in the investigation because her daughter was 15 years old and she felt like her daughter couldn't take the pressure of a case, and I'm sure it was a whole lot going on. So the mom was just like, no, we're not going to cooperate. And I guess when the police saw that their case might be falling apart, they was able to get with Charlamagne and his lawyer, and he pleaded to a lesser charge, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and he was given 3 years probation. But Charlamagne has always maintained his innocence. Jessica Reed is now 32 years old, and she says that she wants to reopen the case to settle her pain and suffering. And from listening to the story and reading up on it, I was just like, the story just still is a bit incomplete for me. So then I had to keep on researching and reading up on it. The DNA that was found in this rape kit, that was the part that was giving me question. They said that a sexual assault had been evident, but what was about this DNA? Evidently, Charlamagne has talked about this in his book. I haven't read his book, but they say that he talked about it in his book, and they also say that he had an interview with DJ Academics some years ago, and he talked about this same case and said that basically they didn't have anybody to match the DNA with, so they put the pressure on Charlamagne, and because he's this young black man and scared, he went on and pled to a lesser charge. But he was at this party that he was given for his cousin. It was a graduation party. The girls was there. I guess some shit went down, but Charlamagne didn't have nothing to do with it. When it was all said and done, it came back on him. Okay, so like I said, he's always maintained his innocence, and if the DNA does not match the semen, I guess that might have been in her. I mean, we all know that when a rape takes place, bodily fluids are exchanged, all right, and I guess it's some bruising and shit from like forceful penetration. And I'm not saying that a rape did not occur. I don't think anybody is saying that the rape didn't occur, but if the DNA doesn't match, I just don't, there's no evidence there for me to believe that he did it. The prosecutors have said that they are not going to reopen the case, so Jessica Reed is just kind of shit out of luck, for lack of better words. They're saying it won't be reopened because the negotiations of the original plea deal has a, quote, duty bond to honor the agreement and presume him innocent of the dismissed allegations, unquote. So, it got drummed up, and I heard stories about Charlamagne possibly lawyering up, and there were some petitions, 3,000, 6,000 people that had signed that want iHeartRadio to fire him, but it didn't gain any steam, and mostly because there's no proof that he did it, and they're just going to let this story die away. But even with the DNA proof and the story, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that Charlamagne did it? Do you believe that he was the fall guy, the scapegoat? Do you believe he pled because he probably was afraid of going to jail for much longer? You guys tell me what you think about it in the comments below. Guys, so Michelle Williams of Destiny's Child fame, she's opened up in the past about depression issues that she's dealt with. I can imagine that it is hard being Michelle Williams. Okay, she was the third member of a already established group. She had to step in, and in the midst of a whole bunch of turmoil and change, and just always sort of been the brunt of the joke when it comes to Destiny's Child. People talked about her weight, people talked about her talent, whatever it was, people talked about Michelle Williams, and she has had to deal with that for years and years and years. I even remember in the past when she talked about her depression issue, she said that even when she was in the group, she would try to talk with Matthew Knowles. And Matthew Knowles is, focused. Like, girl, you part of the biggest girl group out right now. You should appreciate this. Why are you upset? Why are you sad? No. You should be happy. This is a dream come true. Many people would want your place. So she had to kind of squash the way that she truly felt, and I guess she's been dealing with it privately. Okay, but then recently recently, some months ago, she came out and said no, she has dealt with depression, and she was determined to try to fight that. Well, Michelle's story and plenty other people that are in the limelight and the spotlight, this story should be a great example to let you know that money, fame, recognition, even new relationship, I mean, she's recently engaged, none of that will make you happy if you are a clinically depressed person. Those things, you will come to find out, really don't matter if inside you're not happy with yourself. And it comes a day when you have to realize that you need more help than you just trying to deal with it, on a day-to-day basis. So a couple of days ago, Michelle Williams put out a statement that in layman's terms, she's checking herself into a mental facility to help her deal with these issues. And I felt real sad for her. I think for the most part, I ain't said nothing real slick about Michelle, but I probably have. So I'm going to include myself in all of this. Okay, I've been doing this for a long time. So Michelle probably has become the brunt of even one of my jokes. But what made me sadder about her statement is she still had to word her statement as if she is trying to... I don't know how to put this. Her statement didn't sound like she was just like, fuck it, I am depressed. Y'all done beat me down and wore me out, and now I'm so depressed and tired I gotta go to get some mental help. It didn't sound like that's what she was saying. It was more her saying like, I'm trying to make sure that I help other people as I help myself and be an example for those others who might, like, to me it just felt like it still wasn't just about her. She's not being allowed to just be in her own depression and trying to resolve her own issues. Like, she's still kind of putting the weight of everybody else's depression stigma on her back. Like, am I making sense? I don't know how to say it, but you guys should read her, what she says. It's sort of like they worded it so that you couldn't really be shady and talk bad about her. Like, I don't know why the statement just made me sad. And an eye-opener that, we just gotta remember that people are human beings. And even if it's one of our own little small jokes, and we just one person, when you start to think about all of the people of social media that can come at a person, that one person could become millions, really. So... yeah, our prayers go out for Michelle Williams. And like I said, a learning experience. Just be a little bit more aware of what we may be doing, tearing down a person, all for a kiki. At least I know I wouldn't want to drive somebody to the point where they feel like they have to be in a mental facility. So that's it. We just need to be a little bit kinder, people. That's it. Prayers up to Michelle Williams. I'm sure she'll be fine. Sometimes you just gotta, a whole bunch of us would benefit from some mental help. Trust me. I just hope she gets better. And then lastly, you guys, in quickies. Why are any of you guys surprised that Snoop Dogg got caught cheating? I think I've even said it on Top of the Blogs before. I don't think that him and his wife are even together. They may be physically living on the same compound. I've even heard that they don't live in the same house together, that there may be a couple of properties on a plot of land that he stays in one building and she stays in another building. Like they might have an arrangement. They might have an understanding. Snoop loves his wife and his family and he's never going to leave them. But I really don't think that Snoop and his wife are really together like that. I know he done came out and said, you got to get you a woman that's going to be with you, a black woman and all of that. But, people be talking all the time. So I don't know what I believe about Snoop and his wife's relationship, but that aside, I mean, these motherfuckers, these niggas is, they rappers, they out there. Snoop is a big star, so I'm sure that he getting ass thrown at him, and I'm sure he's catching the ass as much as he can. The stupid part about it is that he would get caught up with a Selena Powell. We already know the drama that she brings, but again, when so much puss is thrown your way, a ding ding will fall in it just as easily as anybody else's. So I'm not surprised at all. People are saying that he has this show called Clout Chasers coming up, and It may have just been a PR move, just trying to bring more attention to his show, and that she's a bona fide clout chaser because she's always lying about celebrities or her sleeping with or whatever. But child, I don't know. All I can say is I wouldn't put it past him. I wouldn't be surprised if he was cheating or wasn't. Okay, he could be promoting this show or he couldn't. Either way it go, I'm not surprised. The Rock says that he is done with Tyrese, and he should be. Tyrese had a whole bunch of shit with him. Yeah, Tyrese was going through it, whatever. But The Rock was just like, yeah, we were friends for a long time, and, all that shit that he said was so unnecessary and just so uncalled for that The Rock don't see it for him no more. He says that he doesn't see a situation or a time when he would ever need to talk to Tyrese. I know that they at the end of their what's the name of the movie that they do? Y'all know it. Fast and Furious. I think that they only got like one more movie to shoot. I know that they shot another one because that was the reason why Tyrese was here in Atlanta, because they did a lot of it out here. But once that franchise is over, I don't know. I hope Tyrese ain't blackballed himself, because all of that shit that he had going, and they saying that The Rock is the biggest performer right now. Like, that is the person that you really don't want to make an enemy of. So I don't feel sorry for Tyrese either. Y'all know he a jackass. CeCe's new song, Level Up. I love the video because, I just love to see CeCe do her, male stripper dancer moves. She danced so hard. Nothing about her is feminine to me when it comes to her dancing, of course. But, the girl is talented. The girl is one of the best dancers out there, and she has this video with this legion of women, Right now it's all about girl power, and, she's seen, other people who shall not be named. But other people have videos where there's a bunch of women. We like that kind of shit. So I'm all good with the video. I like the video and everything. I don't like the song. And I'll tell you why. That song was a song that they was using to go viral. The music, the beat of the song, the music, the melody. That was the thing that they was using for those viral videos where people are just getting real crazy. And then they start dancing real fast and they look real stupid. You guys know what videos I'm talking about? And it's like think. That's not really the best example. Those videos were crazy and funny and we laughed at them. I don't know why you would choose a melody or a song or music of a former videos that went viral of people acting stupid and then we laughed at it. Like, I cannot separate that music from those viral videos. So I don't like that. Like, out of all of the music you could have chose, like, you kept the exact same sound. I don't like it. Now, the words was cute. Okay, her talking about leveling up and everything. And like I said, the video itself is actually very, very good. But the music, it stops me in my tracks. And I just, but CeCe is fine. People seem to really like the video. Videos are always smart to come out with the song because the visual usually makes us like a song more than we would. But I honestly don't see them playing that song on the radio. And for that reason. Like, it's too much to try to separate that song from the stupid viral videos of people dancing and going crazy. Like, I can't take it no more. Y'all just Google it. Because I can't even explain how the videos was, but they were stupid. So yeah, I was just like, girl, why would you use that song? Do y'all like the song though? We want CeCe to win, and CeCe has won. Even if she never get her musical career back on track, CeCe has won in the ultimate game of life. Okay, she's got her man, she's got her kids, she seems to be very happy. They two big cornballs together. Y'all tell me what you think about the song. The Claremont twins. Everybody keeps talking about the Claremont twins. Well, it was really just one of them. I don't know who these girls are. I never watched the Bad Girls Club. One of them, the Sinead Claremont. That bitch pulled a full Weekend at Bernie's move. Child, she done finessed the damn credit card of the dead man some months ago. At first I thought that the man was dead. She left him at the hotel and then she just went on a shopping spree. But no, that ain't how it went down. She actually had his credit card for months. Let me tell you how fucking hard Sinead is. This bitch was paying her cell phone bill, her rent. She was shopping. Okay, buying airline tickets and everything on this man's credit card. And I guess she did not think she was going to get caught. I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Niggas is fucking crazy. Girl, I guess maybe she thought that the man was so rich that he wasn't going to realize that tens of thousands of dollars was being charged on his card. But what she didn't know is that his ass was dead. She must have had some sort of romp with him in the past and took his card. But in that time that she'd been away from him, the motherfucker had then died. And yeah, she's just using this card and using this card and using this card. I said, girl, why you couldn't just go buy your fucking bag like everybody else and call it a day? Fucking just living her whole life on his credit. So yeah, she was arrested and she should have been. They say if she's charged, she faces 37 years in jail. Now she probably won't get that long, but whatever she do get, she deserves. Cause child, you out here spending this damn man money, you got to be ashamed of yourself. And lastly, you guys, congratulations to Cardi B and Offset. You guys already know, but they had their baby. Culture, Kiari, Cephas, and those are with K's. All right, can't use a C, even though Cephas is a C. Yeah, they had a bouncing baby girl, so them two seem to be happy. You know, we see Cardi B, she's been posting. The general consensus is she's tired, okay? And all of us who've been new mothers, we know exactly how that feels, okay? You will never be prepared for the new baby. So congratulations to the two of them. Also, Beyonce, everybody says that she might be pregnant with the fourth baby. I really don't think that she's pregnant. You know, when we see her in her pictures with her little jean shorts on, that stomach is as flat as can be. I know some of her costumes, she looks a little bit thicker around the middle, but I just really don't think that she's pregnant. She knows that she has this tour coming up. I mean, yeah, shit happens, and shit, if she is pregnant, I'd be pissed off at you guys out here in the United States. You know, Beyonce shuts shit down, and she has this tour that's coming up out here, so I'm sure people are looking forward to it, and she probably wouldn't want to disappoint her fans like that, so she probably would plan better. But I mean, if she is pregnant, she probably would postpone her damn concert, and all you motherfuckers out there that done bought the Beyonce tickets, y'all would just kindly wait until she have her baby and get back ready. You guys would wait, so it ain't even nothing to say. But I really don't think she's pregnant. Do you? Alright, rock stars, let me get off of here. We do this every single week, okay? So make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, rock stars. Bye.